Hey, what's going on? Welcome to the channel. My name is Diarel, and we're here with some Marvel Snap. We got a brand new location that is being featured. It is called the Space Throne. In my last video, I did a breakdown on a deck to use for the Quantum Tunnel, so I will be doing the same thing in this video here. So let's get into it. Now, Space Throne, the key to it is you can only play one card there. Typically, I use this MODOK discard deck, so it is very easy for me to throw Dracula or Apocalypse on that one lane. But for those of you that are not playing discard, I figured there'll be a better deck that you could probably implement. So it's this one right here, which has Sunspot, Nightcrawler, which is really one of the main important cards to use in this strategy because of the fact that he can move, right? So you can really throw off your opponent by throwing Nightcrawler on that location. And for the most of the game, you can keep him there to kind of create an illusion that that's the only card you're playing in that lane. And on the last lane, you could move Nightcrawler over to another lane and play a 6-cost unit there. Then we have a lot of counter cards like Scorpion, Armor. Mr. Fantastic will help out by giving a boost to the adjacent locations. So if you notice, the deck has a lot of cards that can shut down a location or at least change the way an opponent can play there, right? So it gives you more control of the other two lanes. So Shang-Chi is another important card for this deck. You can swap out Nightcrawler and put in Shang-Chi, and he will destroy all enemy cards at this location that have 9 or more power, or you can use them in the other two lanes to do the same type of strategy. Jessica Jones is another good card because if you do leave her at that one lane and don't play anything else there, she will get +4 power. One of the best cards when starting the game. Hobgoblin, so you'll be sending a -8 card on their location, and for the most part, it's successful in doing that, unless the opponent has an Odin where you can just flip it right back to you. Next, we got Claw. It gives the location to the right +6 power. So again, it gives you more control on playing those other lanes. We have Vision, which is a very strong card that can be moved. Vision can be moved each turn of the game. So you can see where he could become useful in that sense. And last but not least is America Chavez, my favorite insurance card for turn 6, because at least you know you will always get a 9 power card, in which you can easily throw it on the Space Throne when you swap out Nightcrawler. So that's the idea with the deck. I will share my gameplay and live commentary of using this deck when the Space Throne location spawns. So let's get into it. All right, we got Monster Island. And we can't play anything on the first turn. And we got Space Throne. Let's go. Got excited, but we can't make any moves yet. And Sinister London. So when you play a card here, add a copy to another location. I like that a lot, actually. So let's see. I might want to shut down that location, even though I do like using Sinister London. But it could get a little bit crazy, especially if we're battling for the Monster Island lane. So let's try to shut it down. And I can throw a couple options there. Since I'm shutting that lane down, I like putting Jessica Jones. It'll give me a good amount of power in that lane. And then what I'll do on the next turn is I'll try to play Claw on Monster Island. That way Space Throne will get a little bit more power. Good, so we're even, but because Jessica Jones is going to get that +4 power next turn, we'll win that lane. So that worked out great. I could play Claw here, or I could play Shang-Chi and get rid of their monster, right? That could be a move as well. Could easily be a play for the next turn as well. I can do 4 and 2. Or I can play Vision, move him over to the middle location, and then I'll be able to play Shang-Chi on the next turn. Yeah, let's do that. I like that move a lot. All right, so they played White Tiger. That White Tiger just won the game for them. All right, so we'll move Vision here. I could play Claw. I mean, I'm actually in a pretty good spot. White Tiger was only 1. and we'll make up that difference that we got from losing vision. Add another power boost to the Space Throne, and I can still also play Sunspot, because something tells me they're going to throw something really big on the middle lane, or they might play Odin. If they play Odin, they're going to get 8 over here. Right now I have 13, 14 plus 9, 8. They will win that lane. So I'm going to change my strategy. I'm going to go with Shang-Chi in the middle lane and Scorpion, and hope that 7 is enough to win the middle lane, because we already lost the third lane. And I'm going to snap because I feel pretty good about that working out. Now, if they don't play Odin, let's see what happens. So right there, monster gone. There goes Odin, just like we said. So that 7 can go perfect. So 7 went to the flooded lane, which is fine. We lost that anyway, but we won Space Throne because we were able to move Vision over from the left to the middle. And Shang-Chi was able to take out those monsters on Monster Island. So I think that worked out great. So you see, there's a lot of flexibility with this deck. Allows you to counter against a lot of things. And because you're able to move that Vision, super clutch. And Claw. Claw is a really good card as well. So this is the deck, again, that you can use for the Space Throne. Big shout out to Marvel Snap Zone. This was actually one of the decks that they recommended. They have a bunch that they listed on their website. So I will share the link in the description as well. That way you guys can go back and find maybe a different alternative to this deck that you can use. This deck here I use because it's all pool 2 cards. Plus I like the fact that it had a lot of counter cards as well. So as always, appreciate the support. I will catch everybody in the next video. Peace out.